So episode 376, take one.
It's so much better than mine.
Totally nailing it.
Yeah,
Yep, there it is. Look at that clap.
Look at that. Wow. It's like what's that thing called that they measure the earthquake?
Seismograph.
Seismograph.
Yep, that was it's 8.2 on the old Richter, the Andy Richter scale.
Well, welcome to Cozy Convos, you guys. I mean, we've got some new followers, so I'm going to just introduce myself.
Yeah,
I'm Lauren.
I'm Michelle.
We're sisters from the same mister. So
yep,
there
our
you have
dad,
it.
same dad.
Totally. As we know.
It's a joke I like to make. If you're new here, now you know that we did do a 23andMe, just to confirm.
So Cozy Conversations with the Sister Project. Let's have our beverage.
Because I'm thirsty AF.
I am thirsty.
Like I've been dying for this.
I'm parched. So this is a hightail. We were gifted this. It's called a Halo Hightail. It's a non-alcoholic, non-THC drink with L-theanine. One of my favorite words, L-theanine. And B12 for calm, focus, and good clean boost that behaves.
I'll take that.
This is a local lady who started this biz a while back. Let's hear it. I love the sound. Ready, guys? Oh, cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, Anthony, do you want one? It's in the fridge. Okay. So this is sparkling strawberry hibiscus tea.
And it's delicious. This is actually, I've had this flavor in other versions of Hightail that did have low dose THC in it. And low dose THC. This is my favorite flavor.
Is Michelle going to get blasted again?
No. This one's just going to give me calm and focus. No crazy.
You got blasted on that breeze last time.
And
man.
I just edited that podcast this morning, and watching the breakdown of the giggle attack.
You got attacked.
Lost my mind.
Zach attack.
I think we need to release the uncut version of that.
Lost
We
my
need to have
mind.
like a bloopers reel of that.
Michelle, we can do
lost it.
that.
We
can
should do that.
I mean, we had to start over 3 or 4 times.
We did, I think like 4 or 5 times.
And it was really fun.
It was fun. And that was an episode after an episode that we are going to talk about right now, which I just want to give a thank you.
This is good.
It's really yummy. Thank you to Hightail for gifting us with some bevies. People out there that have beverages, if you want to gift us, we'll drink it. Michelle doesn't drink booze anymore, so if it's non-alky, I think we're all for it. And she'll drink the THC as we learned from the last episode.
Yeah, and you guys, if you want Hightail, you can go right to hightail.com and order your own to be delivered.
Look at me, just asking for more things.
Yeah, I just think you just said yes. You don't even know the answer to that question. Whatever. Okay.
Let's check it out.
Was it even close?
It's not hightail.com. That's
what is it?
That's a different website.
Well, don't take it there.
No, I don't know what it is. So it's actually siphightail.com.
Oh, okay. There you go.
Let's give a shout out to some of our new YouTube subscribers. Thank you so much for subscribing to our YouTube, you guys. If you haven't yet done that, please subscribe, follow us on whatever platform you're following on. And most importantly, too, if you are doing all of the above, please engage with our content that we put out there because it's fun for us. This is one of my favorite comments we have gotten in a long time. And this comes from at a Mixed Results Production. And this is in the comment section of our episode titled Heated Rivalry, the show we didn't know we needed. And ain't that the truth? That he'd healed us for a few days and then we were sucked back into real life.
No, I've again started watching Heated Rivalry again. So
are you starting it over?
Yeah.
I thought about doing that.
Oh yeah, because you want to know what? It made me feel comfy cozy.
Well, that's how I feel. The other night I wasn't feeling well at all, and I watched my comfy cozy, which is Pen 15. So,
fair enough.
So a mixed results production writes, I'm a gay man, and I am really impressed by your appreciation of Heated Rivalry. You engaged in a really respectful conversation around a topic that doesn't always get recognized like that. Welcome to the cottage.
Welcome
and to that,
to
sir,
the cottage.
I say thank you. I feel at home. And welcome to Cozy Conversations with the Sister Project. So we really appreciate when you guys write in and engage with us because that's what we're doing this for. We want to talk to more of you guys. So let's dive into this week's Cozy Convo. And I'm going to kick things off with what I'm caring a little less about right now.
Let's hear it.
I'm caring less about Mel Robbins, and I'm not talking smack here. She's doing her thing, I get it. But I'm caring less about all of the things she's telling us to do, to do more of. It's honestly, at this point, I am just trying to get by. And every time I hop on her story, she's on an incline treadmill. Listen, I'm happy for her, and I think it's awesome what she's doing and where she's come from. But the push of the protein, the push of the weighted vest, the push of the do more. I'm like, dude, I'm exhausted.
I'm doing
this.
Enough. You are enough.
So
and that's all you need to know.
Mel, you got it, girl. But I'm going to care less about all that and just drink my hightail.
You know what?
And call it a day.
I'm here for it. I can see why you feel that way, and I'm going to kind of jump on that train.
Let's hear it. Who are you caring less about?
Not to get political, but I'm going to go ahead and care a little less about Dr. Peter Attia.
Oh, that creep.
Yep. I'm not into cancel culture, and I'm going to still try, even though I'm appalled. I will continue to avoid my marginal decade.
Which is what again?
Those last 10 years of life before you die.
Oh, got it.
Like the marginal decade is the decade that, for example, our mom had when she was diagnosed and lived with FTD. Marginal decade is living with a metabolic dysfunction, or you're just not living your life to its optimal living.
Sure.
That's some advice that old asshole said that I am going to just keep in my back pocket. But, you know what? I think I'm just going to care a little bit less about a man who makes flippant remarks about things that aren't even worth. I'd like to get crass and be dirty and make funny jokes, but we're not going to
do that.
We're just going to care a little less about what feels like grifter overload.
Yes, Michelle. It's like, it's so much. It's almost like, you know what it is? I think it's the compounding of I think if people were doing what they're doing and we weren't living in such a hellscape,
insane,
we'd be like, oh, well, this asshole. And not to be flippant about it, but it wouldn't. It's just also overwhelming.
Yeah.
It's just like I can't take it anymore. So I'm going to have my boundaries. Yep. I'm going to mute Mel's stories. Yep. I'm going to unfollow the other ass clown.
Yeah,
fuck that guy.
Yeah,
and I'm going to keep my peace. And also, I'm going to care about the fact that I'm doing my best.
Yep. And that's enough.
And if I don't eat 50 grams of protein or however many I'm supposed to eat, then I'm still trying my best.
You're still trying your best. And I'm here to tell you, you will see another day. Okay.
Because I almost passed away from norovirus. Is that what you say?
I was worried that I was going to be a solo
host.
Yeah.
Speaking of the guy that you just said you're going to care less about, I think it's time for me to tell my story.
Okay.
This is a wild story, listener, and I feel compelled to tell it based on the current events. And so sit back, relax, and you're about to get really pissed off and bothered by this story. It's not the coziest of stories, but it's one that I think has to be told.
It's a true story.
It's so true. It's mind-boggling. I mean, I'm honestly still floored that this happened. So a couple weeks back, we were on a flight out of Chicago, headed to Mexico for my brother-in-law's wedding.
Mm-hmm.
And we're on a 3.5-hour flight. Okay. We're flying into Cancun. And as I'm getting my family on my gigantic ass backpack that I'm never packing again, I get settled in and I see in front of me, I'm in the aisle seat on the right-hand side. So it's 3 seats on the right aisle, 3 seats on the left. I'm on the window seat.
Got it.
And in front of me is a gentleman, I would say 45. I'm just going to make up, that's the age he was. He was about that age. And then as people come in, a family comes in, and I clock in, because as we've shared, I'm very vigilant about who's around me. I'm always looking, It's
what I love about you, honestly. It's something because it's like, where am I? And you, on the other hand, are locked
I'm locked in.
To citizen's arrest,
always.
Catch a predator.
Always. Call Chris Hansen, because I am Chris Hansen.
Literally,
I'm Chris Hansen
you
at this
are.
Point. Especially when it comes to this story. And I sit down, no biggie. I just see who's in front of me. And then I notice that a family is boarding, and the family is made up of 3 daughters, about a 5-year-old, a 10-year-old.
Okay.
And then I think the eldest of the 3 was a 15-year-old. I think she was 15. And then the mom and the dad. Now, hear me out. Here's how they decide to sit their family. In front of me is the gentleman.
Okay.
Next to him sits the 10-year-old girl.
Okay.
Next to her sits the 15-year-old girl. Aisle, dad, mom, 5-year-old. Just asking, does anyone see any red flags here?
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead right now and question why the parents were sitting where they were.
Okay.
I have a problem with this whole situation.
What would
already.
you have done?
I would have first of all, I would have always, when I try, granted I only have 2 kids. I get it when you have 3, there's an extra, it's like you only have 2 arms and then there's a third to
There's
throw it in.
plenty of space to disperse.
But like, why aren't the parents sitting in a situation where they're next to their children?
Yeah, and why is a 10-year-old sitting next to a
is
man? I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a fearmonger, but at this point, the fearmongering has been set because when I tell you what happened on this flight, it's bananas. So right away, the guy in front of me starts getting real friendly with the dad that's across the aisle. Okay, so the guy in front of me is at a window seat. He's talking over 2 girls and past an aisle to talk to the dad. And they're having this weird chummy conversation. In fact, I texted you and said, oh boy, the guy in front of me, I got a chatty Cathy.
Nothing
worse. And if you're talking to a guy that's 2 seats plus an aisle over, it's obnoxious.
Yeah.
You're just like, and they're talking about work and industry stuff. And I'm like, shut the fuck up, dudes. Like, okay, whatever. Then I could tell that this guy's going to talk the entire time.
Spidey sense is on.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at first I was just kind of like, oh, we got a chatty Cathy. But then my red flag began to peek its head out when I realized that the guy in front of me has now turned all of his attention and all of his chattiness to, guess who? The 10-year-old. And that bothered me.
Yep.
Because it wasn't an occasional, oh, you can't reach the light, let me get it. Or, and that actually should be the extent of the conversation, to be honest. He spent 3.5 hours talking to primarily the 10-year-old to the point where he was now playing on her iPad with her.
Okay.
Right?
Call the fucking police.
Okay, because she was doing like a word game and he was reaching over. Not only was he talking to her, he has now turned his whole body and was giving her undivided attention.
Yep.
And I'm just clocked
Call
in.
the fucking police.
Yeah. Oh, trust me when I tell you I wanted to citizens arrest him on the spot. So at this point, I'm noticing what's going on, and I decided that. And he was also talking to the 15-year-old girl too. So
was she? And what were these girls like with him? Were they aloof?
They were very
very
they were not aloof, which I will never forget. Going into high school, my dad said, "Be aloof," and now I understand why. Because there's something to be said about that. Yes,
but the dad didn't do them any favors because he was so chummy with them that he basically gave that guy a pass for no reason.
That dad should have sat in the middle seat.
This is what happened, and this is where my true crime detective expertise comes in, amateur expertise. That guy was getting friendly with the dad, so that dad would go, friendly guy, don't care if you talk to my kid. It was weird. It was weird the way the guy automatically started getting chummy with the dad. In my amateur sleuth, he was there's a documentary out there called Abducted in Plain Sight, where the neighbor became best friends with the dad. Mm-hmm. I actually think the dad gave the kidnapper a hand job. That's how friendly they, and then was sleeping with the mom. Yeah.
I think you're right.
Oh, it was a twisted roller coaster. But then what did he do? He was doing it to get the kid. Yep. It's fucking nuts. But I'm watching this going, this is insane. So I'm sitting there, and then I decide, you know what? The 15-year-old girl's talking to him. I'm going to just watch my Led Zeppelin documentary for a couple minutes, okay? Because I'm also, just sitting here.
Still haven't hit that Eras tour yet?
No.
Okay.
Sorry.
That's fine.
Okay.
And now I'm
a Led Zeppelin girl.
Okay. You know what? It's probably better that you watch Led Zeppelin because I think maybe Led Zeppelin saved this girl from getting abducted.
I may have been
because you would have been too captivated
eras.
By Taylor.
I mean, she wasn't watching anything. I was looking over at Lauren and she was like, pretend I could see it on her face. She was just sitting there listening to the conversation.
Oh, 100%.
Well, here's what happened. about midway through the documentary, I noticed that now the 15-year-old girl, the dad and the mom, and I couldn't even see the 5-year-old because who cares? No offense, who cares? The 5-year-old's not going to, whatever.
And you know what? It's no shocker here that the middle child is about to get trafficked.
Taken.
Yeah.
All of her family members were clocked into their own film with their headphones on. So I'm thinking, what the fuck are these two talking about? So here I go. I take off my headphones because I want to hear. And now I'm watching the little space that I see between, because if his fucking arm reaches over towards her spot, I am going to stab him with whatever I have available. Put him in a chokehold, call Chris Hansen, and emergency land this bitch.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
And probably what would have happened is you would have been burned at the stake, but at least you tried.
No, I wouldn't have been, because I think I would have caught a predator. I swear to God.
Oh no, I think you caught a predator.
I think I was in the presence of a predator, and I'm not like
of a grooming situation.
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
And this is why I'm going to tell you. Wait till you hear. I'm sitting there, and all of a sudden, I take off my things, and now I'm just looking. I look at Anthony. Now I'm actually saying Anthony, like I'm mouthing, like, "Oh my God!" Like what they're talking about is insane.
Yeah.
At one point, the little girl goes, "Do you want to see what my dress looks like at the wedding?" And for whatever reason, her dress was on her carry-on. I don't know. And this is where we've gotten to the point where they're so comfortable with each other. She pulls out her dress, and he's going, "Oh my God, you're going to look so beautiful in this beach wedding."
This is weird.
What?
This is weird. Call the police.
I'm going to kill you, sir. I'm literally going to kill you.
This is weird. I'm just trying to think of what a 45-year-old man.
Like everyone that's listening, do you know a 45-year-old man?
The response is like, "Oh, that dress is cool. The color is cool."
Oh my God.
You don't like speak
also,
on
why are you talking to me?
Well, yeah, of course. But I'm
you
saying.
don't talk about how she's going to look, okay? It gets weirder. Now we're getting to a point where this part is like actually like, I feel like trigger warning, because this might be like triggering to people. At least I felt that this was very odd, and I'm curious to know what you think. At some point, and this is it, she was started to like pinch her nose, and she's like, my ears are plugged up. And he's like, and I saw him, and he said, "Oh, your ears are plugged up." And I saw him look to see, and I looked too to see. All of her family members were all taken in by their devices. And he goes, and his voice, he was a very loud speaker, by the way. So you could hear everything he's talking about. He was so fucking annoying, by the way. But he starts to lower his voice, and he goes, "I have a really good trick to help you unplug your ears." He goes, "It's kind of silly though." I'm like, "Oh my God." I'm like, "This is it." And I knew what he was going to say.
This guy's a fucking freak.
Yeah. And I knew what he was going to say, because when he lowered his voice, I thought, predator.
The fact that he lowered his voice after your observation of him.
And then he lowered his voice.
Okay.
Because his description was, you open your mouth really wide.
Really wide, huh?
He goes, "I know that's a little silly, but if you open it really wide." And she giggled. And because she probably felt uncomfortable. Why is he telling her to open her mouth wide?
No, because I've right here, I've got three other ways you could pop your ears.
Blow your nose.
You could blow your nose, chew a piece of gum.
Right.
Swallow
Drink
3 times.
some water.
Open your mouth
I'm not
real
crazy.
wide.
So I'm not crazy.
No, you're not crazy.
I know I'm not crazy.
Because first of all, you observing that he changed the volume in his tone, looked to see and then that was his route.
Double whammy.
I'm going to barf right now.
Michelle, my blood pressure, and I've been so good at managing it, but I was like, at this point, I was going to like scream.
This is particularly triggering because of what's going on in the world.
This is why I'm sharing the story, because it is everywhere.
It's
and
everywhere.
You have to be so mindful. And it's not just rich billionaires, it's creeps on a plane.
They're everywhere.
So then at one point, she gets hot. And now we're starting to land, obviously, because she's, her ears are bubbling or getting popped. And she's getting hot. And I'm watching his arm through the thing, because that would have been it for me, because I'm going to figure out what I'm going to do about the weirdness, but whatever. And she starts she's getting stuck in her sweatshirt, and he helps her take her sweatshirt off.
Okay.
And she's got like a little tank top on underneath.
Okay. Are you kidding me?
No.
Are the parents conscious?
Dum-dums.
Clueless.
Clueless.
Are you fucking
No.
kidding me?
And then what happens though? At one point in the flight, and this is towards the end, he gets up and goes away for a while. So I'm thinking maybe
he's probably
going
going to
for
jerk off in the bathroom.
Honestly, you might not be wrong. I didn't even think about that.
He's probably going to jerk.
He comes
rub
and
one
sits
out in the
back
bathroom.
down. He comes and sits back down, and the flight attendant comes and goes, "You forgot this," and it was a little thing of vodka. He was up and back like drinking.
He was secretly slamming booze.
Yes.
Something's weird.
It's
Something's
all weird. Now
Something's
here's where
weird.
it gets the weirdest. We land and he's sitting there talking to Dad again. They're like, "Oh, great flight. Is everyone doing okay?" And I'm like, call the police. Like this, you got a problem right here. And it got weirder when the father and the perp again are talking to one another. And the perp is like, "I just got to say, it's been a real pleasure talking to your daughter the whole flight." And I was like, does that anybody?
Does anybody think that that's weird?
No. And there were two women that came to the bathroom twice that both were watching, heard him talking, and both like kind of were watching. Like,
okay.
So I was kind of, and
You
I made
weren't
eye
alone.
contact with them too. And I did like this.
Okay.
Like, you
guys were speaking without
we were speaking with our eyes.
Yep. And
Herb-
and Betty Davis over here can
alert.
says
Yeah.
Lauren says a lot with
Seriously.
those eyes.
Yeah,
Purple
hopefully.
alert. I
was looking at those eyes
alerting.
the whole flight, just looking over at me like, oh man.
So then he says to the dad, "I just love talking to young people." And the dad goes, "Yeah, me too. They don't have, they haven't been too influenced yet." And the perp is like, "Yeah, you can really give them other ideas." And I'm thinking, you're a moron,
Hang on a
Dad,
second.
and you're
This
a
is-
perp.
are
You're
they
you're a
working
groomer.
together?
That's
Are
what
they
at
working
one point,
together?
Michelle, I was wondering. And then the guy says, "Hey, you guys, I know this sounds weird, but you should come stay at my house next time you're in Chicago." They don't even know each other's names.
Wait. You heard this?
Him say it. He said it. And I'm sitting there and the dad's like, "Yeah, that's cool." And the
Did you
'Cause
get any vibe?
they're from Iowa. Did you
they're
say?
from Iowa.
Did you get any vibe from the parents at any point where they like, this is getting weird?
When
No.
I talked to the mom at Carrot,
not on the flight at all. The mom had no. I think the mom had just checked out.
the
She
mom
was
checked out. And I'm thinking, why are you sitting next to your husband? Why?
They didn't want the middle seat. Who was sitting on the middle seat on the other side?
The mom.
No, the kid.
No, it was the dad, the mom, and the kid was
so the
all the way
mom
to the
was-
left. The mom was in the middle seat. Trust me, I got this all. I can clock them. I know.
I don't
they're-
think Ryan and I have ever sat next to each other on a flight ever because there were
Same.
four of us. So it's like
Luna
Ryan
sits
and
between
Will
us.
and Mia or something like that.
So as we're, you guys, listener, here we go. Ready, Michelle?
I don't know.
I don't know either. We get off and the guy says to the dad, "We should just tap phones. We should just tap phones and give you my number." And then the dad's like, yeah. He's getting his stuff. And he goes, "Yeah, well, I put my number's in your daughter's iPad anyways." And I was like, what? In my head, I'm thinking, he has put his phone number in a 10-year-old's
Hang on.
device.
He told the dad that.
He said it out loud.
He said it out loud.
And
Everyone
this
heard
is,
it.
And this is when I want to say, when they
I'm
tell
gonna-
you who they are the first time,
Believe it.
Believe
this
it.
guy's saying, "I'm a pervert.
I'm a fucking perv.
I'm a creep." But I'm also worried because what if he, I don't know, like somehow saw her email, as he's putting his phone number in, what if he like uploaded her contact information? So he says this, and I did not know that he put his phone number in her iPad. I only knew it because he said it. But the mom and dad are like floating out to go to Cancun.
They get an F minus.
Honestly, I hate to be
F minus.
judgmental, but
I'm
this
judging.
is fucking
Get a fucking
stupid.
clue. Wake up.
Right. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh my God, she has his phone number. What if he somehow has his? So we're at the kid now, we get off and I'm reeling and I'm telling Anthony, I'm like, and I see the family and I see the mom and I'm like, I can't go on this vacation if
Good
I
for
don't
you,
tell
Lauren.
the mom what I experienced this entire time. And so I went up to the mom and I said, "Hi, I'm sorry. I don't mean to be alarming, but I was sitting behind your daughter and the gentleman that was talking to your daughter for 3.5 hours." And she goes, right away, she goes, "Yes, I know. I told my daughter afterwards, don't share anything too personal with strangers now." And I said, "Oh, they're far past that. We're past the point of that." I said, "I have to be
Was
honest
she
with you."
concerned when you?
No, she was not concerned when I approached her. When I said to her, she became more concerned when I said, I witnessed and heard and watched a few things that really have me worried, which is why I'm coming to you right now. I cannot go to Mexico if you and I don't talk like mom to mom. And she's like, no, I totally appreciate this. I'm like, do you want me to tell you exactly what I heard? She said, yes. And I told her about the yawning, which the
what
opening
did she
of the
say
mouth.
to that?
She's like, okay, that's weird. And the little girl I turned my back to the girl.
Because you didn't want to alarm.
I didn't want to make her feel embarrassed because she didn't do anything wrong. That's the other thing. She did nothing wrong. This fucking creep did. And she says, the mom's eyes got kind of weird. Oh, big, not weird. Her eyes got big. And I'm like, she's like, okay, that's weird. And the girl goes, and she heard me. She goes, he was just trying to help me. And I'm like, of course he was. Yeah. He was just trying to help you.
Yeah.
And then I said, I said, are you aware that he put his phone number in your daughter's iPad? And she goes, what? I said, his phone number is in your daughter's iPad. She goes, how do you know? I said, because I heard him say it. And I go, and he touched your daughter too. While she was trying to get her sweatshirt off, he physically touched your daughter. And she goes, does he have your, she goes, did he put his number in your phone number, in your iPad? And the little girl goes, yeah, just in case, if, like to keep in touch. And I was like, he's 45. She's 10.
And then what did she say?
And the mom said, I'm taking your iPad right now. And she said something along the lines like, we are going to have a very long talk about this.
Okay.
And she thanked me for coming to her.
Okay.
And I said, I don't want to alarm you before your vacation. Thank you for being open to this. I just couldn't go on with my day. And I went away and I felt better.
Okay.
But I'm also fucking terrified.
I'm appalled by this whole circumstance.
Isn't it? So I'm not nuts.
No, you're not nuts.
I know I'm not.
You are a
hyper-vigilant.
Well, you're a good fucking citizen. First of all, for speaking up, because you could have just easily just
been like, hey, I got a weird story for you.
Or you could have just turned the volume up on your headphones and clacked out like the negligent parents. But you didn't.
Michelle, it was so weird. I think anyone sitting in my chair, I think anyone who, like, I don't know, maybe is a little bit of a true crime junkie and a little bit open to like what's odd and like, like when you see things that are odd, like that's weird. Like I think anyone that might pay a little bit of attention might notice 3.5 hours of this man talking to a little girl. Anyone might notice this is.
Well, he had a way of like, he was putting on an act.
Yes.
Like almost anyone could see that. Like he had a facade. It
Except
wasn't like you were
a 10-year-old
talking.
girl.
Yeah,
Except
well, yeah.
the 10-year-old
But as an
girl.
adult, you'd be like, this guy, he doesn't talk like this normally. Like
no, this was a whole,
like shtick.
This was a shtick. And it was very alarming. And it left me with such a
stomachache.
Spooky.
What did he say also about like promise me you won't make any?
Yes, promise me. At one point he said,
promise me.
How did that come up though?
Promise me you won't make any bad decisions while you're growing up. I don't know.
Life or
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Okay.
I'm catching things,
okay.
and I don't even have to know the context of what they're talking about to know that it's still inappropriate.
There was a religious component or something there.
Yeah,
too,
they were talking about Christianity, and it was just all of it was just. It pissed me off. It made me mad.
Any CBD in this?
There is. It's a 1-to-1.
Chug one
That's
too.
why I've been chugging it. It needs to bring me down. So yeah, I guess this is a, hey, if you see something, say something. Because
speak up.
That little girl may be getting a really creepy text message or email from a fucking creep she met on the plane, and she's just an innocent little sweetie, didn't know better, and mom and dad were fucking
it's literally
in La La Land.
It's literally, what was the movie with Gwyneth Paltrow? Sliding Doors. This is a moment where this little girl could, in a 3-hour plane ride, become an overnight victim.
Yes.
Or you.
Because he could be typing or being like, it was so great talking to you on that flight. Like, let's talk more. And you know what? Keep this a secret. You don't even have to tell anybody that we're talking, just like how we were kind of talking privately in the airplane. Mm-hmm. Like, I can see this playing out,
mm-hmm.
And the fact that he put his phone number in her personal device is to me criminal.
The
criminal.
Sex offender.
But he made it seem so nonchalant, which makes it like more worrying.
Yeah.
Like he was so confident.
Because he was grooming that dad.
This was a professional. This is a professional
Michelle,
perv.
100%.
But I kind of am like, I want to know what the deal is with the parents. Like the dad kind of fucking bugs me.
Oh, he bugged me. The fact that he was also talking over 3 people and talk aloud, I'm like, you bugged me from the beginning.
Well, that's why you
so
went to
negligent.
the mom.
Well, that's why I went to the mom because plus I needed to, I just wanted to go talk to a woman. And I wanted to talk to someone who he was engrossed by this guy. These two, like, you would have thought that they knew each other.
Yeah, no. There's so many red flags.
It was bizarre.
It was bizarre.
There are so many red flags.
So many.
The lowering of the voice, sneaking the vodka
made me
in the
almost
back.
Cry. The lowering of the voice almost made me cry because I'm like, I'm witnessing a perp right now.
A fucking pervert. Did he get up after he told her to open her mouth to go to the bathroom?
I don't remember the time-wise, and all I know is that I was staring at his hands because you hear about these horrific stories on airplanes where people are like masturbating. I know this isn't cozy, but like, doing weird shit.
Not cozy.
No, not cozy. Doing weird shit on the airplane. Anything could happen.
Yeah.
And I just I literally was prepared to take action.
Oh, I know you were. I know you would have fucked that guy up.
I don't know what I would have done, but in my mind, I was like
daydreaming up.
I would have taken my long nails and scratched his eyeballs.
I mean, I would have just honestly choked him.
Michelle, maybe like around, yes, that would have been a really good.
Maybe like taken my pashmina or my like my olive and what's our Marlowe and olive Turkish towel, and I would have just freaking choked that guy.
I think a
just
good like chokehold like this,
something like that.
This seems very really with my strong forearm.
And then I would have started screaming pervert at the top of my lungs.
At this point, yes. At one point, Luna did scream fire.
I'm actually so pissed off.
I know. I don't mean to do this. And listener, I am so sorry for the story, but it's so important to be told because if we don't talk about it, these things continue to happen. And little people need our eyes and ears.
Yes. Seriously. Yes, they do.
Welcome to the world. This is unfortunately real life.
Wow.
So with that being said, I do apologize about the uncozy content.
Oh my God.
But
thanks for sharing.
Thank you for listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
With that being said, let's move on to our word from a sponsor, which just so happens to be a lawyer.
Thank God.
Thank God.
If you need one, maybe now's the time to call one.
So thank you to Posey Law Group. Stephanie Posey is going to be on our podcast next week, you guys. So you're going to have a much better idea of who this woman is that we've been talking about.
Behind the business.
Stephanie Posey is just a thrill to talk to in general. So you'll get a more inside look on that. But
she's our buddy.
And she's our buddy, but she's also our lawyer. And she's not mine because I stole her from you. But she's also our lawyer, and she is a local lawyer. So if you are in need of a woman to represent you and help you with estate planning, real estate, starting and running and helping you legalize your small business, Stephanie Posey is the woman for you. Yep. Her and her team are so qualified in what they do. And what I like about working with Stephanie is that she sees it. It's kind of like what we were talking about. She sees it before it happens. Like for us, she will say to us like, hey, you're at risk for maybe trademark stuff. So why don't you get on this? So she's kind of like the eyes and ears for your, for keeping you legal.
Mitigating risk.
Love that. Yep. For mitigating risk. So check out poseylawgroup.com for any of the needs there. And Stephanie is your lady to help do all of the wonderful things that if you do ahead of time, you don't have to deal with later. So thank you, Posey Law Group, for being one of our spectacular partners. We love you guys and we appreciate you. We want to lighten the mood here.
Thank the Lord.
And I did this on purpose because we can't go from talking about that and keep diving deeper into that.
No. We're leaving that there.
We're going to leave that there. But we are going to talk about something else that we find funny. I saw this in Self Magazine and I was like, you know what? I think we should talk about this. And the title of this...
You found this in the magazine, and then I also had it sent to me.
From who?
From one of my sip and rippers, funny enough.
So someone knows you, Rip. Do you come from a fart pride or a fart shame home? And so we're going to talk about it because there's nothing funnier than talking about perps than talking about farts.
Gas.
And we all got it.
Which I have to say, the author, the writer of that article, I was thinking to myself, it must have been a real gas writing
nerd.
That.
Okay. Thank God for farts because you know what? It is funny. It's everyone does it.
Like, everyone has gas.
But this is my thought. I love thinking about like really proper people, like Prince Charles, Queen Elizabeth. Did she never fart?
Let him rip?
But did she toot in private? Or did she like how does this work? And I bet in some cultures, you just toot and let it go.
Farting is a part of the daily biz.
In some cultures, hawking or clearing your throat
is
it's part of the culture. I wonder, and I didn't look this up, are there any cultures that celebrate the fart?
Well, I kind of wish you looked it up because now I want to know.
Let's find out.
Because farting it's now, as I get into my elder years, we're doing things like taking farting walks just to get the gas out.
What have you learned about farting walks?
I've learned that they get.
Are you taking them?
I have.
And
Ryan and I, one day we went for a walk. It wasn't a farting walk, but it was a walk that turned into me just blowing it out on our walk. And yeah, I was just like,
tell me more.
I mean, the good thing is Ryan's still married to me. I mean, if we were in a fart shame
you guys
relationship,
would have divorced a long time ago.
We would have made it maybe 12 minutes into our partnership.
Well, while you're talking about this, it sounds like there are humans out there and different cultures that do enjoy some farts.
Oh, really?
In Japan, actually, farts as folk art.
I'm sorry?
Japan has historic fart scrolls from the Edo period that literally depict people battling with farts.
Oh my God.
They're playful, satirical, and very, we're all human here art. So it's literally like battles and people are like, hiya! In India, farting shows up in folk humor and comedy. And in Ayurveda, passing gas is actually considered a healthy sign of digestion, which that's awesome.
Then I am here to say I am healthy as a horse.
I would actually love to have, you are healthy.
I'm like literally the healthiest person.
Anthony's not here. I'm so healthy. He just doesn't know it. He's usually here.
Because Anthony is not a receiver of your gas.
Well, it's not.
I am. Yeah. It's not that he isn't.
No, and there's no shame.
There's no shame. It's just you have chosen to take a different approach to managing your gas more in private and with me.
That's correct. I mean, sometimes with you, I'm like, "What's up? Hiya! Good to see you. Let's get cozy." But here at home, I just kind of keep it to myself. Listen, you guys, I'm going to tell you guys a secret. Someone taught me this years ago. And if you are like me and you want to kind of keep your farts personal, all you got to do is get one butt cheek to kind of stay still and you separate the other and you just create a little space and it's a whisper.
I don't know that I have whispers.
But you can make a whisper if you just create a little space. Okay? Got to create a little space. And if that tilt's not enough, you just take your little hand.
Oh, are we separating our butt cheek?
Separate your butt cheek. Oh my God. I mean, it's pro tip. What do you want from me? I know you lost your show notes. It's a pro tip. How do you think I've got such a happy marriage? We're thrilled. 13 years strong.
Like I will like this morning, like literally I was running like upstairs to grab something really quick and I ran past Ryan and I just like blasted everybody and he goes, seriously? And I just
So he does have a response. There is a response.
All the way up the stairs. I mean, like his response, he's like, Ryan is like literally, the man doesn't have a judgmental bone in his body. Like
he really doesn't.
He's just the most
sweet
non-judgmental, cool
really
dude.
Is.
And he's just,
except for the time he called me a communist, but that's a different.
But I swear to God, like I will say like in my household right now, like, I mean, here's the deal. I'm the gassiest person in the house. And it's just who I am.
It's just who you are.
It's just who I am. My son would prefer if I took more of your approach to it.
Separating the butt cheeks.
Appalled.
Yeah, I get it. And I think for me, what it is here's how I look at it. If Anthony was like ripping ass in front of me and like farting on me, I know some couples are like totally down with that. And they probably also like are romantic and into, to me, that is personally a turn off for me personally. I don't find it to be in general a turn off. I think farts are funny.
So funny.
But for me and my husband, I just kind of like, that's kind of like, you know, I don't know. We don't poop with the door open.
I have a good friend who was dating a guy, and my friend, she's not a farter. She's a private farter. You know, she doesn't lead with that.
Okay.
You know, and she was dating this guy. We'll just call him the Mountain Man. And one day, she was at his house, and it was like basically like day 2 into their courtship, and he just like let one rip, and she texted, I think pretty immediately, and she was like, listen, here's the deal. She's like, he just did this. And she's like, and I don't know how to manage this. And from that point on, and obviously that relationship didn't last really, but we referred to him as the farter.
The farter.
The farter.
So they did not end up together.
It didn't align.
I was once dating a guy years and years ago, and I was at his apartment, and I was in the shower, and all of a sudden, like, I heard the door creak, and I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, okay, I'm taking a shower. Like, he didn't announce that he was there, and maybe I coughed or sneezed in the shower, and I heard like, God bless you, and I opened the curtain. He was taking a crap.
No.
On the toilet while I was taking a hot shower.
That is fucked.
Can we talk about it? How gross is that?
I would die.
I was really grossed out. I'm like, I gotta go.
Oh my God.
Take it, like, that's like a poosteen.
I'm done. I'm actually undone about that.
I was like way too pretty for that. So I was mad.
Now, do you have any memory of our grandparents that I remember this is a core memory.
I don't think
our
I do.
Grandpa totally let one rip, and he immediately turned to the dog and said, Benji.
I kind of remember the story.
And I was like, oh my God. Like, I watched, basically I could see the fog come out of his butt.
Yeah, you farted, man. Why
like,
you that poor dog, man?
Benji didn't do anything. Benji just wants some kibble and bits, you know? And then our grandma, wife of, she was more known for the walk and farts. She just, took a step upstairs and let one out, and it was like as if nothing happened.
I think that's more like a fart pride or fart neutral home.
Fart neutral.
And that's another thing. I think that there's like, right now we kind of live with, especially with having a 3-year-old, kind of like a toot neutral.
Farting is she's pretty hilarious. Funny with little kids.
She toots in the bathtub and she's like, oh, and then she'll like toot and she'll look at us and we'll go, did you just toot? So we do make it funny. There's absolutely no shame when it comes to her tooting. And if she wants to grow up and rip them, by all means.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
I do think, though, that there is something to be said for considering the people around you when you are producing.
Some of my friends listening right now are like, you are such a liar, Lauren. They're like, I know why. What are you gonna say?
Well, if you've got something in the system that is could be the next weapon of mass destruction.
Yes.
Like, you need to leave the room. You know what I'm saying?
You mean like a stink bomb.
Like a fucking stink bomb.
Get out of here.
You have what we like to call burners.
Yes, burners. Where is Anthony?
If you know that is a burner, leave the room.
Anthony's guilty as charged. Anthony will crop dust, and I will be like, we were at a wedding.
He didn't take an enzyme or something.
We were at a wedding. I wish he was here, but Anthony's sick, so he's off
not here
mic right
to
now.
Stick up for himself, and
No.
you're going to literally throw him under the bus right now. Is he okay with this?
I think he'd be okay.
Okay.
Because here's the deal. He means no harm. He comes by it innocently. He forgot to take an enzyme, I'm sure. And he'll like drop it like it's hot. And I'll be like, and I got a strong scent. And I'm like, ew, who did that? And you can just see he'll be like this. He'll be like, hey, Michelle.
Oh,
I'm like, no one up there
he's
did
pulling
it, buddy.
a Benji.
What just fell?
Your phone. He's literally pulling a Benji. It's her version of a Benji.
But it ain't loud. It's quiet.
Correct. But he's still trying to smoke and mirror you by leading you into thinking it was somebody else.
And then we laugh because then it's funny and it's so putrid, but it's also hilarious.
And putrid is a weapon of mass destruction.
Clear the room. And sometimes I'm like, I'm out. And I just leave. I'm like, I'm out of here. But again, you know what? I mean, to each their own. Hey, listener, write in, respond to us on YouTube, fart pride or fart shame. And to close this out, my favorite quote from the article was, and I quote, "There were definitely other reasons we broke up, but it's hard to be turned on when the person you're supposed to find sexy is constantly farting on you and laughing about it."
Okay. Farting on you is a level of
comfort,
immaturity.
I mean, that too.
But
then I know that I do know couples out there that love farting on each other. And
farting
you know what?
On each other.
God bless them.
Listen, no judgment.
No,
Again,
I think it's cool.
I mean, I am literally could be the crowned gas queen of America. I'm not proud of it, but it is who I am.
I have to say something. I'm really inspired by your authenticity and your willingness to just be honest about your gas.
I'm going to tell you a story before we close out.
Please.
It's one of the most embarrassing moments of my life.
I can't wait to hear it.
I can't believe I'm sharing it.
Because you know why, Michelle? We're sisters and we share things, and people just so happen to be eavesdropping. So pretend no one's listening.
Going to do that right now.
Okay.
It was 1996.
Oh, you've got it.
I was a freshman in college, and I, like many ADHDers, waited till the last minute to write a paper that I had due. So I pulled an all-nighter, and during that all-nighter, I can't remember exactly what I ate, if it was either a box of macaroni and cheese or an entire Domino's pizza. I definitely came back a little rounder than I had left. I was a collegiate athlete. And anyway, the next morning, I had a very early lecture, and I was sitting next to my teammate, and an entire room filled with athletes, and I think the entire football team. I nodded off in class.
No.
I did.
No,
and
your fart woke you up.
Yep. Hang on. Nodded off again. Two-timer coming at you. Spent the rest of that semester.
Yep. What were they calling you?
No, they were just making farting noises every time I walked by. Kill me now. That's what happened to me. I'm still trying to get through it.
Well, I've got friends listening who know that I have also woken them up with my own
Trombones?
sleepy time. Basketball against a window. Casey. I've got friends, and I've got friends who love blowing them out as well. You know what? Listen, I'm here for it.
Let her rip.
Let her rip. And with that, we have a word from the sponsor.
Oh my God, are we going to have any more sponsors after this conversation?
Yes, this is great stuff.
Oh my God.
We want to thank Chicago Private Wealth Group for sticking with us and for sponsoring Cozy Conversations with the Sister Project. If you are looking for a financial advisor that makes you kind of feel cozy, a little old-fashioned, where they actually want to sit down, get to know you
face to face, share a cup of coffee, kind of learn about where you're going in time, how your time and life is navigating and transitioning and whatnot, so they can really understand what you want to do with your investments, with the money you're saving, then you probably really want to consider talking to Chicago Private Wealth Group. I'm going to just help Lauren out with just this section. What we want you to do is maybe consider Chicago Private Wealth as your financial planner, because they are a fiduciary.
That's the word I can't say.
And now you can go ahead and take it from there.
Which means legally and ethically,
thank you.
Your goals come before their profits, full stop.
Hear, hear.
I love this because honestly, as a
Here's
person,
my money. Am I going to have any when I'm done handing it over to you?
And here's my money.
With them?
What are you going to do
Yes.
with it? Do you want to know anything else about me? And with Chicago Private Wealth Group, they do. They want to know like everything about you. And this is the deal, because it's your money and you deserve advisors who actually act like it is. This group is huge on proactive communication, real conversations, and helping you keep more of your money through smart, low-cost, tax-efficient strategies. So if you want to learn more and start with a simple conversation, no strings attached, you can reach out directly to Rick Shanley at Chicago Private Wealth Group. His email is rick.shanley, that's SHANLEY, at lplfinancial.com, or visit chicagopwg.com for more information. And thank you again for being our sponsor. We love you guys and we appreciate working with you.
Even if our stomach hurts.
Sometimes we've got gas. Anthony's back.
Oh, shit.
Anthony.
What did I miss?
You
Oh
missed
my
it all.
God,
But you know what?
missed-
I'm kind of glad you did. So you might have to listen. You might want to tune in to find out how I keep the magic around here going.
And it's not by
Ew,
producing
what did
gas.
you do?
I didn't do
Well,
anything.
she threw you under the bus, I'll tell you that.
All I said is sometimes
What?
you crop dust, and I know it's you.
I don't even know it's me.
My point exactly.
Slipping them
It
out.
slips them out. All right, let's do a lightning round of reading, watching, listening to. Y'all, I'm reading an awesome book called The Lion Women of Tehran. It is so good. It's about
I've seen this book like a million times. Tell me, I'm curious.
Obviously, there are some really horrific things taking place in Iran, and there have been for years. And I'm embarrassed to admit I don't know enough.
I don't know nearly
and
anything.
I need to, and I want to. So I'm starting
That's
with
why we
this
read.
book. That's why we read. So this is a story of two young Iranian friends in the 1950s, and then moving forward. Each girl, Ellie and Homa, are from 2 different social classes and background. There's a lot of political turmoil. It's a tale of young friendships. It kind of reminds me, when they first meet, they're probably like 10, 11. It reminds me of meeting my best friend. I feel like it's like my Maggie, your Marie.
Yeah.
And one of the girls stays in kind of more of like a poverty-stricken situation where another one goes to the upper class.
Okay.
And something happens along the way. I haven't gotten to it yet, but I'm mesmerized by it. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful writing, and it's giving me a lot. And I'm learning so much about the culture, which is what I'm going there for.
Okay.
Yeah, I highly recommend it.
I think this might be on my TBR. I just have never,
It's really good.
Okay.
It's really good.
I'm
What are
gonna
you
add it.
reading?
Okay, so I have decided to rent a little book from the library called Off With Her Head.
Love it.
3,000 Years of Demonizing Women in Power. This is by Eleanor Herman. Okay.
I love the name Herman.
Basically, this book is about 3,000 years. It's a receipts folder of how women in power have been labeled unhinged, evil, slutty, or literal demons.
You're here. What the hell?
It's
Does it make you mad?
It's like I'm getting to the point where I'm like, oh my God, so Anne Boleyn wasn't the crazy evil bitch that
Most of us aren't.
Yeah.
It's just we're probably smart. We know something. We helped somebody.
It's just nice to like see like the other side of the story, which is what Eleanor is doing in this book.
Amazing.
It's not it's not like I'm not turning every page like I can't wait to get to it.
Yeah.
It's
a
more
lot.
like fueling
my.
I don't want to be rageful, even though sometimes that's what we need for change.
Rage is good when it's funneled in the right direction.
It's correct.
It is.
But this is what I've said this twice now on this podcast, and I've told you I really don't think we should talk politics, and we should just keep
I disagree
it clean.
with you, but sometimes politics is part of living right now.
I just watched The President.
Oh, you're going there.
I am because I watched him lash out
journalist
to the CNN journalist, and she was asking him questions about the Epstein files, and he responded back with, "You know what?
Yep.
You know what I think about you?
Yep.
You've never smiled.
Instead
We've
of-
been working for 10 years, and I've never seen you
You're
smile."
the worst journalist.
And just intimidation and all of the things. And I'm like, you know what? This is why we need to read these books.
100%.
And that's
Michelle.
why I'm reading it.
100%.
That's why I'm reading it.
Thank
because
you.
I'm watching that shit in real time. And it bothered.
I'm really proud of you for tapping into books like that because, again, you're channeling your rage because you can either like do nothing about it and just be mad and say things and do things, or you
That's
can,
not how we roll
or you
here.
can learn.
You
can learn and
Yep.
be like, oh, so this behavior of lashing out at women and intimidating us this isn't new.
No, it's like 1000
Thousands.
BC is
Yeah.
when this all started.
Yeah, that was a really unfortunate thing to witness as well. I'm sorry for all of us that we had to witness it. It's something, isn't it?
Just need more women to like stand up and say that's fucking not okay.
I need someone in that room to stand up and be like, enough. Like, stop.
Have some
What
respect.
are we doing here?
Remember that video where he crapped his pants and you can hear the audio on on
He's a
camera?
farter.
But like, yeah.
Yeah, he's like
I think
me,
he's
but the
fart
crap.
pride.
He's
I
like me,
think
but
he's
the
fart
poop
pride.
version. I don't think he knows.
Poop version.
He doesn't know that he's farting.
Are those real?
Are they real?
Because
I think
anything
there's-
can
Is
be
he
made,
really
you guys.
crapping his pants?
There's a lot. There's a guy from The Apprentice who was working on set and said there was a guy called Wet Wipes. who
Wet
was
wipes
literally-
that he was his handler.
You guys
Yeah.
stop.
Is it
Well, this is the
true,
thing.
Anthony?
Maybe he's got a leaky
There's a lot
butthole.
of evidence about this. His main doctor was a gastroenterologist.
You guys listen, when you have a bad heart, like a mean heart, you are cursed with shitting your pants. So this actually, I think
Is that true?
it's in my witchy ways.
Oh,
yes.
Got it.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
Moving on to watching. Anthony and I binged Band of Brothers. I don't even know how we got onto it.
Like Band of Brothers, this is
From
like the,
HBO.
So this is like
2000
the TV show series
miniseries.
version of the movie that remember the Band of Brothers, that like war movie with Tom Hanks?
No,
Well,
that's
it did sort of follow up Saving Private Ryan.
There we go.
And Tom Hanks, I think, was involved in.
It was.
That's
He was.
right. That's right.
So you got the pieces put together.
Okay.
It's basically it's Easy Company's experience going in for D-Day up until the end of World War II. It's straight up battlefield warfare. You'll cry. You're gonna fall in love with these guys, these boys. I mean, they're like, this guy hasn't even had sex yet.
Yeah,
These are
they're babies.
Babies. They're heroes, and it was brutal. But I thought it was why did we start watching it?
I mean, it's been on the list forever. I saw it once, and I knew I would revisit it, and I knew you'd be obsessed with it.
Obsessed.
Oh wow, really?
I actually wasn't totally prepared that you'd be like.
Oh, I'd be like, we were staying up so late to watch. We were going to bed. I'm surprised that we would stay up so late, but we would go to bed watching like warfare.
Wait, Michelle, have you seen it?
No, but you're really selling it for me.
I mean, it's like, it's
so
Is
good.
it like super bloody? Are we watching people get blown to bits?
I wouldn't say it's not super
It's not bloody, but you're watching people get blown to bits, man.
But the
like
characters
legs
are
shot
like,
off.
the stories are really good. Like you really get to know these guys
And the perspective of like the doctors, the medics, these guys that are just like running from injured to injured, and they are saving, even when like as an outsider, you're like, dude, that guy's not going to make it. They're doing everything they can to save them and everything they can to not leave them behind. And one of the most astounding moments, if that's the right or wrong word,
Astounding,
I'm not sure.
yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Was when there was a rumor, they saw something, they weren't sure what it was. And they're like, guys, come over here. We got to check something out. This Easy Company stumbled upon a camp. And that's how some of these camps were found out about, stumbled upon.
Are you kidding?
No. And I had no idea. And I fact check everything, right? And that's really how many of these, they were just kind of like found prisoners because the Germans knew the Allies were coming in. So they tried to burn down the camps, and they couldn't do that because they didn't have enough time. Some died, but the Germans evacuated.
They tried to kill as many people in the camps as they could and ran out of bullets.
Yeah. And so then Easy Company liberated them. And then it got worse from there because these people were starving. They couldn't eat that much because they didn't want to shock the system. It was horrific. But again, we talked about this in past episodes, and someone wrote in on YouTube, like, don't they teach the Holocaust in high school anymore? I don't know what they're teaching in high school, but there is so much incredible content and film and books out there where you can keep learning.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. It's a tough one. And you know, I don't usually lean towards your tough one, but I'm
so
here for this one.
Good. And what I love about this, they have the guys, the old timers, the vets who they are opening in every part of the show. In every episode, you hear them talking about
That's
it.
cool.
And then they go into the stories, and you will see faces. All the actors, you will recognize so many.
Michelle,
Okay.
you would be
David
obsessed.
Schwimmer.
Okay, you guys, I'm in for it.
David
I will
Schwimmer.
watch it.
Michelle, are you listening to anything good?
Yes, I'm
Tell me.
listening to a random podcast that I stumbled upon on TikTok
Okay.
called Everything in Between. And I'm watching it, I'm listening to it on Spotify. The reason I was attracted to this is because this is a mother-daughter duo. And it's new. They only have like maybe 11 or 12 episodes out. Their topics consist of tech, business, really everything. But the mom is a CEO. I get the impression that she's led lots of companies and she's kind of a big deal.
Okay.
And the daughter, I really relate. First of all, also, this is a mom and there's 3 girls in the family. I'm just like kind of getting to know them and their dynamic.
What do they talk about?
Oh, the daughter works for the mom, essentially.
Okay.
She runs their version of a co-working space in Scottsdale, Arizona called Thrive.
Cool.
Okay, super cool. So they're really techie. They share a lot of the tools that they use to time manage. They're talking about astrology. They're sharing day to day.
Are they having cozy conversations?
They really are very cozy.
Okay.
And I'm binging this podcast.
Okay.
And I don't know. The reason I keep going back is because it's calming. It's lovely. I love the mother-daughter duo
I love
dynamic.
that. Yeah, because we don't have that anymore.
We don't.
Our mom's dead.
And they have a really cool, honestly, it's mother-daughter goals. Like I
love that
would
perspective.
Love to have this relationship with both of my kids, but with my daughter
of course,
in this
it's a special relationship.
But I always leave like taking something away from it. Like they keep talking about this platform called Notion, which is how they manage their work life. And
is it
it's like a platform.
Software?
It's like a software or something. I don't know, but they talk about it constantly.
Well, we're gonna dive in.
I want to dive into it.
Okay,
but I
cool.
recommend it. And I also just want to say this, like, I love like all of these big, amazing podcasters out there.
Yeah, but there's a lot of us.
There's like, I've said this before and I'll say it again. Like podcasters, we're a small business, and support that small business and take some time. If you've got, I get it. Our time is a luxury that, it's ours to do with what we want, but lean into some of these folks that are working on their craft that don't have the last name of Polar or Shepherd.
Totally. Absolutely,
because
Michelle.
they're more relatable than anybody out there.
True.
They're so worth taking the time to listen to.
I really like that last zinger you gave.
Thank you. Yeah, no, thank you.
Thank you. No.
Thank you.
No.
Thank you.
Anthony, are you dropping anything like it's hot today?
I'm still battling my.
He's not. Are you gonna make it
over here?
Anthony got my norovirus. Everybody.
Yeah.
Well, I hope that you're okay. So you can drop it like it's hot next time.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. We've got some housekeeping, upcoming events. You guys, Michelle and I, the Sister Project, we are emceeing an event for Pillars, which is taking place on February 21st. It's a Saturday, so please join us for an evening in support of Pillars Community Health's mission to ensure access to compassionate, whole person care across our communities. It's an incredible organization
with an incredible group of people that are running it.
Yep.
How fantastic.
It's fantastic. We're going to drop the link for tickets in our show notes. Yeah. Again, it's February 21st from 6 to 11. We somehow got so lucky to be asked to be in charge of run of show and the silent auction, which I'm so excited. Or not the silent auction, the live auction.
They needed some hype women, and they thought the Sister Project could
do the job.
And we're gonna blow their minds.
We're gonna blow them away with our talents. And the other special event that's taking place the Tuesday afterwards on February 24th is Optwell's event. Michelle, Find Your Calm.
Find Your Calm.
And you're going to be
Township.
At that one.
Yes, I'm going to be speaking at that event, talking to people about how I lost my calm and how I found it, and share some tips there. There's a lineup. We've got our friend Jimmy Maley, who was a previous guest on our podcast, and now he's our friend, which is going to be cool to be standing next to him, and some other great professionals and experts out there. This is all geared towards helping you find your calm, and in a world where nothing feels calm, I feel like this is important. And also, it's not just for adults; it's for teens too.
Oh, great! So bring the students
and bring your kids.
Oh, I
bring
love
your
that.
teens.
We will also drop the link for that information in our show notes as well. So find everything there. Michelle, my simple joy this week was not dying of norovirus.
Lauren, I'm so happy you made it, but I'm telling you, I've never laughed harder. Honestly, maybe my simple joy of the week was you in that video that you sent. It was just of the ceiling, and in the background, all I could hear was Lauren going, "Help,
water,
help me." Never laughed
There was
harder.
no one here to help me. No offense, Anthony. He was busy. He was running the home and, doing his thing. But I found myself in a pickle. I was dying and I needed water and electrolytes.
Nothing worse.
And you guys, if you find yourself with norovirus, barfing and doing all of the above, the electrolytes and Tylenol will help
Saved you from a hospital visit?
My
Possibly.
back. I was like, why does my back hurt? Those are my kidneys. They're gonna. They say So I guess when your lower back, your kidney, I was dehydrated.
Oh my God, that's what that pain is. Now I know after all those years. Jesus. Well, I'm glad you're back.
Thank you. Do you have a simple pleasure?
I do. My simple pleasure this week is my New York Times recipe for pork meatballs with ginger and fish sauce. Now, listen, don't get scared with that fish sauce. Listen, I think that the recipe should be called pork meatballs with ginger and garlic.
Okay. Because they call it fish sauce?
Yes, because they put fish sauce in the title, and that's a deterrent. Yeah. And I know it's a deterrent for him, but this is the thing. He would fucking love this recipe. The recipe is 5 ingredients. It's ground pork.
Okay.
It's a shitload of garlic.
Oh, yum.
It's a shitload of ground ginger, salt, pepper, and are you ready? pulverized Ritz crackers. And
Wait,
then
so keep it together.
yes, and then you bake them for 15 minutes.
Damn,
and
that
then
sounds really good.
And then we eat it on rice, jasmine rice.
So it's kind of like an Asian infusion.
Oh, it's an Asian
so
dish.
you don't do like a marinara.
No. This is an Asian dish.
Okay.
It's so I want to share this. We'll make sure we include this link in the New York Times. It is a weeknight meal. It's so full flavor.
Yum.
My kids love it.
Ooh, I feel like bok choy or something.
Bok choy, rapini would be good in
Yum.
it. Broccoli would be good in it. I think even like a Szechuan string bean.
Fish sauce in moderation, I think.
And it is.
Yeah.
It's 2 tablespoons. It's a tablespoon. I've made recipes that call for 5 tablespoons.
And that's a lot.
And I will tell you, Anthony, Will doesn't love fish sauce. I've never seen him eat something as the way he does.
I'll make this
1
for
tablespoon. I can handle it.
Okay.
You would love it. It's great.
Amazing. Thanks, Michelle.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
Well, Cozy Convo.
Whoa. We're losing
Cozy
her.
Convo fam. Thanks for joining us again. As we mentioned at the top of the hour, please do not forget to subscribe, share our podcast, follow us on Instagram. We're at The Sister Proj. Subscribe to our YouTube. And if you haven't listened to our Heated Rivalry podcast episode yet, it's kind of blown up on YouTube. So go check it out. People are really engaging over there. You might find some comments that you might resonate with and whatnot. So thanks again for always listening in, tuning in, leaving us reviews, and doing all of the above. Again, like Michelle said, you're supporting a small biz, and we work really hard to create these convos. So thank you so much. And as always,
Stay cozy with.